5.
See the pace here. Both teams getting out in transition.
Davis with a screen, room for
Tony Parker looking for a foul from Chris Paul.
Paul with a 14-footer.
You would think the Clippers are up 12 or 13 points.
6 by Parker in the corner. Great try by Paul.
Against Bain, and you use that strength against Diaz.
3, Paul.
Oh, no.
Clippers have come the other way, led by Paul. The pull by. Diaz watches Paul going for 2. Everybody, if you're huge last year in the championship drive by San Antonio.
Let's go through a shot.
Paul turns it over. Paul the other way. Paul. Duncan with the double-double. With 11 and 11. Chris Paul, the crossover in the drive. What a pull! And Paul into Parker. Tonight, 2 of 11. He hurt him. Baines did nothing. They really need Splitter to get healthy. 3, Paul and Barnes, and on the wing they had Redick. Chris Paul. Chris Paul's taking one shot and hit it. Here's his second on. Leonard remains, and Tim Duncan. 50% shooting by the Clippers and by the Spurs. Under 4 to go. Chris Paul. 3 3-point shots. Each team has fired 13. Number 14 here by the Clippers, and they got it in the 3rd. The accelerating Paul stopping on a dime.
Type of situation. I don't know how to answer the bell.
Paul holding the ball a long time, but got it to go.
Stop for him. Still here in San Antonio with his buddy Tony Parker. Paul to start the 3rd. Paul the runner. On Paul. Paul pull-up jumper. Here's Paul. Goes at Leonard. The Griffin. Shot clock at 4. Diaz guarding Paul. Finds a little room and hits the. Paul sets. Paul gets inside. Knocks it. Still 5 to shoot. Paul on the drive. Throws it up and in. Tough shot from Paul. Didn't have a lot of options there. 3rd straight game. Doing some good things for San Antonio. Town. Paul, the crossover, pulls up, puts it in. 4 minutes remaining. What a critical game 4 for LA. Chris Paul again. A bench that has struggled mightily at times this season for LA. Paul again.
The numbers wouldn't really reveal it, but everything else said yes. It's Paul. There's a little down Ginobili, a good screen by Griffin.
What the X factor tonight has been the Spurs bench. Charles was saying, can Doc Rivers?
5 shots, excuse me, by Mills. He's 4 of 5. Paul maneuvering over Bellinelli. DeAndre Jordan, who grabs onto his 13th. Oh, stutter step. Paul, what a move! Chris Paul just broke his ankles with that move on the defense. 21 points and 9 boards. And we just saw the steal. Paul zigzags for 2.
Right at 50%.
Paul rockets down the lane. Got it! And Diao, Bellinelli, Duncan, and Parker, the San Antonio 5.
This is a high screen and roll now. Either they're going to switch it or rotate to play Griffin.
San Antonio. Paul picked up by the taller Splitter. This to break the tie, and it does, and Paul has found his stroke.
I'm in the right position here going into this 4th quarter.
Spurs a foul to give. Paul hits again. He's missed some of those, but he has gotten inside for clean looks. Paul pushing off.
Roll with Crawford, and on the swing back, have that secondary screen with Chris Paul.
Look how much time Paul has. Griffin going to set a high screen. Paul inside.
Athletic, probably the most athletic big man we've seen in this game for a long time.
Paul with a good fake. San Antonio, the 3rd. Paul stopping on it out, putting up the 3 in game 6 and only 1 in game 5. Paul with Leonard right there. What defense? What? Paul. Barnes running across the lane. Chris Paul 3. How about this? They got Chris Paul with a hamstring issue. Big Duncan may have hurried that just a bit. Paul 3. Bucket! Chris Paul has gone 5 of 6 with a 2. Here comes the hobbling Chris Paul. with a long three. Got it! He got it! Griffin is holding on to the jersey of Patty Mills. Shot clock at 3 over Splitter. He hit it again! Chris Paul has knocked down another one. A 3-4 in a row. Mills defending CP3. Green on Paul. And God, he got it! 1 second left. Clippers by
side or on the side. The big thing right now is you can't stay behind them. Clippers are playing at. They're really running back hard at Houston and getting good
on Saturday. Howard split both of these free throws. Paul with a stuff to come along here and play with a little bit of that desperation. Paul left free, back the other way with Paul. Yeah, just dragging that left leg with the hamstring.
In the paint area. Look how high this screen is for Chris Paul.
With the drive on Harden. Has shown it. Josh Smith has shown it. Here's Paul, picked up by Jones. Long reach, and he got the 3. Shot clock at 5. Harden defends. Griffin. Paul, wide open 3. And Griffin with a good rebound. Paul with another uncontested triple. And again tonight, they close out the series with the win. It's Paul and Freeze will defending.
Get that anytime.
Barnes is out of the blocks and outside. Another 3 from Paul. This 10 already in the game for Blake Griffin. The drive by Paul with it at the other end. It's Chris Paul, 4-7 with 10. Averaging a little over 10 points a game. Screen by Jordan. Here comes Paul. Confident with his 19 points and 12 rebounds tonight. Paul zigzags and finds the work on the deck tonight. Paul around the screen and scoops it home. Not like a finish. A 3 by Chris Paul.
In his first quarter,
Clippers by 15.
yeah, and it's only 4 right here. Chris Paul from the elbow. Davis couldn't finish, and he got the rebound, Chris Paul did. And teed up Crawford, who still can't hit. But Chris Paul couldn't do more. And takes it away. He might just have to score it himself.
There he goes.
Count it. Paul on the move over Terry. Got knocked down and knocked it down. Daggett. Paul drives at Harden. Takes the bump. Got the basket, too.
Terry just grabs Chris Paul's arm.
Battling the flu a couple of days ago. Paul. Paul lost Prigioni and finishes with the spin. Paul from the top all the way home. 4-point swing in this one. Paul finally
Giving up open shots, passing the basketball around. This is where your best player is. Paul ahead of the pack. Harden in pursuit. Paul lays it in front court. Hard screen set by Jordan. Paul's jump shot. 4 of 6. 8 first half points for Terrence Jones. Chris Paul. Dariana right back to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Paul will try at 3. Paul on the pull-up. Floats it up and in. Paul hesitated. Not as a player. Here's some of one of the greats to play the game. The best power forwards. Paul, 5th 3-pointer of the game. Paul for 3.